because I need your attitude right.
Who was that?
A mistake. A rounding error. It's just a problem I gotta solve.
What problem?
What'd I do with you?
Every child wants to be, compared to a problem.
Mama?
Close your eyes.
No. She's throwing them away. Good. Good job. Good. She cannot be her mother. She cannot keep doing this. Just like Mrs. Dedroff said, your parents make choices, you need to make other choices. Her mother didn't know how to solve the problem. She was stuck. And Beth used drugs to get out of the problems. She needs to do this on her own. It's her own personal victory.
No, it's better against Borgov.
Okay, let's do this shit. You're rested, you're not drunk, you're not on pills. That's like the best.
So you don't have any excuses.
No. And the fact that she's not on pills means so much.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, let's do this shit. Third time's the charm. Everyone is listening, let's go. Pretty sure that everyone in America is listening to, everyone that knows about this. Queen's Gambit.
Harmon's response was a complete deviation from the Albion, which must have surprised him right back, whilst allowing her to get up into the open. Now, the two of them can fight it out from here with their own wits.
They're so obsessed.
Well, they're following through their own mini boards, which is super cute.
Yeah. They're so good at putting the tension and making us understand that this is important. Look at how everyone is listening. And the music is doing a perfect job. I might cry if she wins.
He wants to adjourn.
I mean, it's not the massacre. It usually is.
Mm-hmm.
She caught him off guard. He seems pissed.
I think he is pissed.
Is it true that you learned how to play in an orphanage when you were 2?
I was 9.
Such a young age. Who taught you?
When you were 2.
His name was Scheibel. William Scheibel. He was a janitor. We played in the basement. William Scheibel was a fine player.
Thank you.
He spent a lot of time at it, and he was quite good.
Thank you.
Now, will you please promise to print that?
Yeah, they always forget about
Thank
him.
you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sure.
Thank you. You'll excuse me, I'm very tired.
Excuse me, Mr. I'm with the Lexington Herald Leader.
Hey! Long time no see.
Our readers back home in Kentucky would like to know if it's true. That you hear all by yourself?
He might not be gay. I mean, he has been.
Might be both.
He has been her kind of one true love.
Mm-hmm.
I know you were angry with me. And I'm sorry. I should have told you the whole story.
No. I'm sorry.
She expected things from you, and
I should have let you.
What I really wanted was for us to be friends.
Sometimes it's enough. Mm.
And you kind of broke my heart.
I have a way of doing that. Do you forgive me?
Clearly.
This is good.
Consider me your second. What do we need to do?
pills.
You don't need them.
The booze, I need my mind cloudy to win. I can't visualize the games without them.
Really? You think that's what brought you here?
I think that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, but you've been doing fine without all that.
Yes.
Yes, I threw away the pills, and then I asked the front desk where I could get more. I just really need them right now. Or I thought I did.
Lady, you were out.
What time is it?
It's late.
Thank you.
Don't answer!
Drink your coffee.
Don't answer if it's not, then you know. It will ring twice, he will hang up, and then he'll call back.
Yes? You all there? I'll put her on.
Hello?
If he goes for the knight, hit him with a king rook pawn.
Thanks, Benny.
Honey,
If he goes for the bishop, do the same thing, but open up your queen file.
how do you know?
It's in the Times.
7 a.m. here, but we've been working on it for 3
He's
hours.
been keeping up.
We?
Hi, Beth.
That's so cool! Look at her with her harem! She's not alone. Everybody's there! Oh, that's what she needed. That's definitely...
This is costing me a bundle. Beth, listen to me. You gotta open up that file, okay?
How do I do that?
working as a team. That's what he said. Oh, shit. This is beautiful.
Let's start with his knight to rook 4. Will you push that king knight pawn? You got that?
Yes.
Great. I'll pass you back to Harry. Okay, there are 3 things you might do
This
now.
is
So after the queen to knight 3, you play knight to king 6. Then if he plays rook to rook 5, then you play pawn to king 3. Another variation, if he plays knight takes pawn on king 5, then you take the rook.
Oh, this is so fucking cool. And the music is making me emotional.
It's almost 5 here.
It's about time.
Okay.
Okay.
Go beat him.
Yep. I'm waiting for it, man. The stress must have been
like-
intense. She was alone with no pills, no alcohol, against all these players fighting her.
Oh man.
Finish this with a fucking bang.
Shit.
That was unexpected. Okay.
It's not
Right.
what we're supposed to do.
Shh. Do this.
Took her by surprise, but you can do it.
The rest
do
is
this.
the rest is you. Visualize the board without the pills. Do that.
Look up. You're gonna see them.
I think
Yeah.
she is.
She's gonna see them without the pills.
Because
finally.
it's always been her.
It's always been her. Yes.
Oh, fucking chills. Oh my god. Yes. Woo.
What are you looking at?
yeah. What does look like? What are you doing? Oh, so fucking good. Oh man.
It's just gonna be like.
They deserve all the fucking Emmys and shit. Like, this is cool. Let's go.
She's not even running down her moves.
Oh,
Okay,
she
never mind.
sees how it's gonna end. I never thought I would be so excited about a fucking game of chess. Now I want to play. Okay, moment of truth.
It's your game.
Oh,
Take it.
oh my god, she did it! She fucking did it! Oh.
worthy opponent that could beat him.
Yeah.
And she did.
Oh, you can cry. If we're crying, you can cry. So... React. Come on. Oh boy. Thank you guys. Thank you, all of you. And thank you most of all.
Oh yes, thank you.
Good for you, Cracker.
Yep. I'm so fucking proud. She's world champion.
Yep.
In the men's category. Is she gonna go play with the elderly?
I think, yeah.
Just for fun? Can you imagine being a fan of chess and you're playing just for fun and then the world champion comes in?
Rahman. Lisa, Rahman.
Dad?
Harman. Lisa, Harman.
Just people that love chess. That genuinely care about what she did. Not for all the... Not because she's a girl playing against men, not because she's an American winning against Russian. Just because they like chess. Yeah. Just for fun. And it's an old man, kind of like when she was playing against the
He
janitor.
looks like Mr. Chabot.
Yeah.
Så Graham.
Aww.
That's a really great finale, guys.
Wow. Okay, I knew this show was gonna be good before we watched it. I did not expect the last episode to hit me in the feels like it did.
But you know why it did? It's because we've seen her from when she was a child to today, and between those two moments, we saw her struggling with her addiction,
Yep.
pills, alcohol, through loss with her mom, her friends, her first love,
You know what I
her
thought about?
second love,
Yeah.
and her father figures.
You know what I thought about watching her do this and thinking about the whole series? I was thinking back, and it's weird, but thinking back of one of the behind the scenes I watched for Game of Thrones, Battle of the Bastards. And I agree with what they said, and I think it's really true. They were saying that when you film a battle, you know, it's great to show, you know, the battle, fight choreographies and, you know, effects and shit, but what makes the battle matter is when you tell a story through your battle. So basically, you pick your main character and then you make it his personal journey in the battle. So there's a story in the fights, not just fighting. You look at this, and I was thinking, you know, how did they do a fucking show about chess that made us care so much? And I remember when we started this, there was a comment on our page saying, you know, you're saying it's about chess, but it's not just about chess. And it's true. It wasn't just about chess. It wasn't just about the battle. It was about the personal journey of Elizabeth, what she went through as a person. And that's why that final game meant so much to us, because it's not just about her winning. It's about herself finding out that she could do things on her own, you know, managing to see and that was, by the way, very cool.
We
Managing
were
to
waiting for
see-
that moment since episode
Yeah.
1, guys.
Yes.
Episode 1.
Seeing a chessboard on the ceiling and seeing the game in the way that she used to do with the drugs, but without the drugs this time, finally proving to herself that it was her all along, you know, it was her capabilities, her talent, not the drugs. That was amazing. It was also her, she had, you know, abandonment issues. Her father was, you know, sent away. She never, I think she thought, you know, she had an idea that it was her father, but she never got to know him. This man tried to come back in their lives early on and then abandoned, you know, gave up, left her with her mother. And when her mother went back to him and, you know, said, I need your help, he sent them back, both packing, which could have changed everything if he had said, yes, I'll help you. So abandoned by father, abandoned by her mother, who couldn't deal with her, didn't know how to take care of her, didn't know what to do with her, and chose to kill her, basically, to get rid of the problem instead of fixing it.
Yeah.
Abandonment issues with that. You got Jolene saying, you know, the fact that, you know, we're orphans. When they were kids and stuff, we were left behind. Your parents made choices and they left you here, you know, so you're alone. And it's the idea also that she always had problems with making a connection. You know, it was she made one with her mother, but the others, it's always been about what they could give her. You know, she wanted a relationship with Towns. She wanted to beat Harry, and when he came, you know, she wanted the distraction. When Benny showed up, she wanted the money in this episode. You know, it was always about what they could give her personally, what she needed at the time. It wasn't about the connection in the relationship. So, and I think that came from the fact that she always saw herself as alone, and making bonds and shit led to her losing them when Alma died. So for someone to be alone all the time and to truly think that she is on her own facing the Russians and stuff, to have everyone she's met, the two boys from the first tournament, Harry, Benny, Towns, everyone teaming up to push her and to support her and shit. That was so fucking cool. It's the journey.
She understood that the crutches that she had before with the pills and the alcohol, she didn't have those now, but she got something better.
Oh, the crutches.
Yeah, the crutches.
I heard crutches, sorry.
No, the crutches. She got something better now. She got her friends who were there to support her and help her to make through. So that's way better.
In this episode, especially with Benny, you know, she called him for money and stuff, and we were saying, you know, your actions have consequences, because she pushed them back. Especially Harry and Benny, she pushed both of them back harshly, because they forced her to be real with them. They forced her to talk about, you know, her problems and to talk about her addiction, and they wanted more from her, not just the chess player. They wanted the person, but she was not ready to face the person and face the problems. So she pushed them all away, and for a while I think that she feared she had sent them packing for good. You know, that they were done with her, that she had made too many mistakes like her mother did, and she was a helpless case. So for them to still care and still call her and still help her, that means a lot. And it shows that she surpassed what her mother was when she was a kid. That's a thing that we talked about in the episode too, how maybe she was afraid of being just like her mother, you know, and she said it to Jolene too. My mother was crazy, or she became crazy, and I'm just doomed to be the same, you know. And then maybe that's why she sees herself as broken, and she uses the alcohol and the pills and stuff to heal, or to at least hide the problems, to tone it down. But then those are just excuses if you think about it. You know what? Life dealt her a very shitty hand, but then she turned it into something that she can be proud of, and she ended up doing it on her, you know, not on her own, but she did it without the pills, without the alcohol, the stuff that she used to use as a crutch, like you said. So her mother could not solve the problem, and she lost herself in all of this, and her daughter paid the consequences. But Beth, facing also problems, had one thing that her mother did not have, is she reached out a little bit at the end. Like she made those connections, which for her maybe did not matter as much as she thought.
You could say that.
Well, sorry.
She did not do the same mistake that the mother did when the father
alienates
tried
herself,
to reach out the first time. She accepted the help that their friends were giving.
Well, what she did is she made connections, and even though she almost destroyed those connections because she never got what she wanted from them, specifically because she was very in her head. It was about what she wanted, where she wanted to go. It wasn't about entertaining the relationship or feeding the relationship and keeping it alive, you know. And she said sorry to Towns. She tried to make amends with Benny. Well, she needed money, but she did try to say sorry, and then but the connections were still there, and the real difference is that when they came back, she was glad to have their help. It's true. So she got friends to support her, and she's not alone. She thought she was after Alma, but she's not alone. Jolene completely, well, it's not so much Jolene. Like, Jolene was just there to support her a little bit. Jolene did not make her realize that what she was doing was bad. She knew it. And I think she was...
Well, I think that she helped to start a change, like pushing a little bit in the right direction.
No, but the first night she showed up, it's Beth who said, I need to stop the pills. I need to stop drinking. I think that she knew that when she turned her life around last episode at first. And then once she took that drink, the temptation was there, and it's always going to be there. Mm-hmm. But she gave in to that temptation. She was so disappointed in herself. Maybe she thought, I'm never going to be worth anything. I'm worth exactly that. Getting drunk, losing games. I'm not worth what they think I'm worth. I'm not the perfect, chess player they all think I am. I think she disappointed herself so much that she started drinking more and stuff. And then when Jolene showed up, she kind of sobered up a little bit. They talked, and she could be real with her. Mm-hmm. And that's when she admitted, I know I need to stop. But I'm meant to be screwed up. And that's what Jolene did, saying that, no, you're not meant to be screwed up. Your mother had her problems, but she's gone. You need to completely detach yourself from that now.
What do you think went through her mind when she saw all the memorial that Mr. Chabelle did about her?
I think it ties in with...
that
was also very beautiful, by the way. Yes. I think it ties in with what I said about her not realizing that she's not alone, It's just, she had an impact on so many people, but she thought she did it, She thought she left them behind, She moved on and she did something. And people never really focused on her, especially, he was the first one. And even, back then, he didn't show his emotions very much. He used to act like he didn't really care.
Some fathers tend to do that.
Yeah, but then to see that he kept, looking at her articles, and he kept all of them, and he focused on her journey and stuff, that just means that means that someone in her life cared about her. When you compare that to her mother and her father, that's a huge blow.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe it hurt her too in a way, because that person that cared about her, she did not give back the $10. She did not keep in touch. She didn't know shit. So I think that's the change that needed to happen. I was saying, she kind of broke all the relationships that she had. She wanted stuff from people. She took it, and if she didn't have it, she moved on. So she takes what she wants and then she moves on. She doesn't entertain the relationship. She doesn't keep it alive. That's what she did with the janitor. But then he tried to keep the relationship alive in the way. He kept the bond because he cared about her, and I think that she felt bad for not staying in touch with him, and that's when she switched. That's why it led to her saying sorry to Towns and saying, I'm sorry for being angry and reacting this way because you didn't give me what I wanted and stuff. Mm-hmm. Because those relationships matter, and that's it's a support system. It's a group of friends. It means that you are important to them despite, your flaws and despite what you did. Despite the fact that she didn't stay in touch with the janitor, he still cared, So when you have a true bond with people, they will forgive you. You just need to, trust in that. Yeah. And she had her proof in the end. They all came together somehow, because most of them did not know each other, but they all came together and...
Well, technically... I think that the twins' brother knew Henry. Henry knew Benny. Benny knew
Harry.
The twins knew Harry. Harry knew Benny.
Kind of, yeah.
Benny knew the people from New York. So
and everybody
team up together. Yeah,
I think Towns also helped a little bit, because he saw that she needed support.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a good show.
I have a question for you though, because from what we saw in that episode, it looks like she got some resentment from what her mother did to her, and she didn't really talk about it to anybody. And do you...
Well, resentment for what she did to her.
No, not resentment, but she got some baggage inside her that she...
Yes, that's what started the whole thing.
I know. But she doesn't talk about it. She doesn't want to talk about it. And I know that for some people, when stuff happens to them, they just want to bury it deep down and never bring it up again. But do you think that
No, but not everyone needs to talk about their problems to deal with them. She needed to deal with the issues, but she did it without explaining everything. And I mean, she talked about her mom a little bit with Jolene. So not everyone needs to say everything that happened. All you need to understand is that she has issues based on what happened when she was a kid, and the way she understood it too, because she was really intelligent. So maybe she saw this completely in a completely different way than we would have if we had seen this as a kid. So maybe she didn't need to talk about it out loud to face the issues. What's important is that she did. And to be fair, like, it's not so much that sometimes it's a problem that needs to be solved, but in this case, she was a victim. She had nothing to do with what was going on. She couldn't do anything. So maybe the way to deal with this issue is just to understand and accept that what happened. It wasn't your fault. You are not bound to make the same mistakes. Move on. For some people, it could be just that. Because in this case, it's not something she did that she needed to deal with. It was something that was done to her that she needed to detach herself from.
Yeah.
So that's how I choose to see it.
Okay. Now that the series over, that she won against the world chess player
in the
champion.
most perfect way. In the most perfect
that was
way.
really nice. What do you think that she
Gonna
do
enjoy
now?
life? I think that's what happened in the end. I really like that. You know, she decided to take a walk, and she walked amongst the elderly who keep playing chess even in their old age, and they just enjoy it. You know, it's not about tournaments. It's not about winning. She did that. So now she can just enjoy the game for fun. She's always going to like chess, I think. It's just that now she can breathe, and she can enjoy, and she can just... It's not about being the best and beating the best. It's about just liking the game and playing with people who like the game too. It's fun. It's what Alma was saying, you know, sometimes you just need to take a walk and go outside.
Enjoy life.
I think that, honestly, I think that this show, the script and just how it was built and stuff was done perfectly. I get why they are nominated for so many Emmys. The actress did an amazing job.
Yeah, she did.
And I mean, the casting was so fucking spot on. The music did it all for me. I think the music was chef's kiss.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they really did good on, you know, not only portraying addiction, but portraying mental health and how people deal with their issues and coming of age too, you know, sort of, and how someone who is so out there and doesn't fit in quite perfectly, you know, with the world, like someone who should, manages to grow into this world and make connections and make a place for herself where she feels happy. I think they did a really good job. I did not expect it to be that good, although I knew it was going to be good because people were saying it. Did not expect it to be just that good. The last episode did it all for me, I think. It's just...
It's interesting how... Well, I think about it, but I'm pretty sure that they did a parallel about the addiction with the pills and the alcohol and just the game of chess, basically. Like, the worse it get, the more she became obsessive about it, you know? But at the end, when she changed her life around and she decided to fight her addiction and just decided to not... I can't speak, damn it. Sorry. Like, what I want to say, I really like the parallel between the addiction with the pills and the booze against the chess, the game of chess. And at the end, when she got not the addiction anymore, she decided to just not be obsessed
Well, she's still
about
addicted.
chess.
She's just fighting it.
She's fighting it, but it's not as worse as it used to be. No?
Her willpower became stronger. And that, because I think it helped that she had support. And her friends basically gave her the strength that she needed to keep saying no. Really great touch, by the way, in the episode to always have a bottle somewhere in the background. Alcohol was, like, present.
Even in Russia with all the vodka. If
Well,
you think about it, yeah.
But, I mean, it's adversary. It's the same, you know, her facing Borgov, an American facing a Russian. It's everyone made it a fight. And for her, it was a personal fight against her demons.
And at the end, she vanquished it.
Prevailed!
She prevailed, yeah.
Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this series because we definitely did. I'm really glad we watched it. It was really short, but every episode mattered and it was a blast. This show had won a poll on our Patreon, but when we did the poll, there was another show that pretty much, well, won just with Queen's Gambit. It was like 1 point behind Queen's Gambit, and we decided that, fuck it, we were gonna do it after. So if you were wondering, we're watching Jessica Jones after this show. So if you're excited for this, good, because we are. It's gonna be very different from the Queen's Gambit, but
Going back to Marvel,
yeah. But I honestly, I love this show. I'm glad we watched it, and I'm ready to move on and watch something that is gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
But just as good, maybe.
I know that the professionals don't say it in tournaments, but I'm gonna say it, guys, because I'm not a professional. But this is checkmate.
This is cringy.
So
hopefully you enjoyed this
thank you
episode.
for watching.
Thank you for watching. Sorry, to do your ending.
Yeah. And see you next time, guys, for the next show, which, like she said, is gonna be Jessica Jones.
Yeah, give us some time to record some of it. And if you want to see the full reaction to this episode, it will be on our Patreon. Link in the description below. So
see you next time.
bye.